On Native American Heritage Day of 2022, we would like to begin by acknowledging we are hosting the How to Be Your Own Coach livestream from the ancestral and traditional lands, unceded, occupied, and seized territory of the Gabrielino Tongva Nation, who have stewarded this land throughout generations. Tongva means people of the earth. We pay our respects to elders both of the past, present, and future. We acknowledge, appreciate, and honor the contributions brought across the generations to and within this land by the Gabrielino Tongva Nation, as well as by them at large within the self-development and wellness fields. We also ask, as we are in a virtual space, to acknowledge all Indigenous peoples around the world. We ask for the land to be returned by those who have stolen it, as well as for you to learn about the truths about the land you occupy. Donate and support when and how you can. Thank you for listening and reading to the statement and the actions you take with love going forward. May we all act upon love more as we continue to learn and grow, and we hope that you will look at some of the links that we have listed. And this is so appropriate as we come into the inspired space of talking about friendship. Namaste to my dearest friends, all of you. How are you doing, brother? Recentered? You survived this morning?
Yeah, of course I survived this morning. I thrived through this morning. Um, I've been giving myself the time and space to be just there and here and now and ever. uh, Joe Dispenza came through as an inspiration this morning. Dr. Joe Dispenza, with his work that I use extensively, like it came, and so I put together a few things in order, the way I like to do for my clients and the people I serve and I live life with, my friends as well. Yesterday night I was a friend's space, and was just bringing all of this in that space, into the space of normal. Is almost normalizing what I did at night, and this morning was, yeah, I literally did a whole exercise on our how to be your own coach. I coached myself through it. Oh wow, that was windy. A windy exhalation from our Jamie London Wahlberg, honoring the spirit plant. It felt like powerful. Um, I want to bring us into the space of friendship, into this honorable, and honored space of friendship by letting you have a thought about your closest ones, the people who've been there for you in life, the people who will be there for you in life. Give them a thought, give them a thanks, acknowledge what they've done for you as humans, all the humans, and all the, well, spirits and guides, if you're in touch with them. Friends and friendship. Jamie channeled, came up with this topic, and I had to give a thought to it before now, uh, because as the first thing I feel it extremely related to what we spoke to yesterday, the support system, and a healthy circle around you that you intentionally choose. And on another hand, it was like friends, how to be your own coach, and like through the lenses of friendship. Jamie, what was going on through your mind in that moment? or what comes through now if you want. But like, how about this? How about the lenses of friendship through which to look at how to be your own coach?
Being your own coach means that you are acknowledging and embodying being your best friend first. And then, because you are your best friend, you can expand your best friendshipness, rippled through the other fractals that you share frequency with. And there are so many types and ways to have friendships. There's no right or wrong way, so long as it's consensual and everyone is receiving benefit within friendships. And when we honor our friendships, when we are good friends to ourselves and other people, we are able to support one another in how to be your own coach and continuing to be your own coach. When we support one another in what we love and what we're best at and what we wish to provide in general, in the challenging times, in the best of the times, that's friendship. Friendship to me, people who show up, people who come without judgment, people who are the first to cheer you on, people who are the last to leave, the people who are going to be there. And sometimes that looks different. Sometimes, like in the pandemic, it can only be in a text or in a call or over Clubhouse. And other times, we get to really be there in person. And this looks different also depending on accessibility. What is possible within someone's circumstances. Some people can hop on a plane to be with their friends in their biggest moments, and some people can't. That doesn't make you a better or a crappy friend. It's what can you do to the best of your abilities within your circumstances and in your heart. Showing up authentically in your heart. It's not about me telling you how to be a friend. It's about what feels like being a good friend inside. How do you want to be treated as a friend? And perhaps mirroring that out will attract that for you as well. What do you think, Artem?
Yeah, the all of it, and the last thing, it just clicked. It is a full yes. And how how would you like to show up as a friend, and that will show up for you. Um, and I want to uh, reinforce this message that being your own best friend means that you ask to yourself, what do you expect from true friendship? Begin by giving it to yourself. And so you learn how you would expect to show up for others even more, because you're showing up at the best possible for yourself, being that true friend. And so there is this, you see, like back and forth of you asking, what would I expect as the best friend for others from myself? Calling it in, and at the same time playing the best friend with yourself, which sets you in a game of a relationship with yourself where you learn what you, I mean, let me use this words just for the sake of understanding human language, right? But what you fail in as a friend and what you succeed in as a friend. And you're continuously giving it outside again and again and again. And you're calling it in from the outside again and again and again. It becomes a game of frequencies that is the inner game of friendship, creating that beautiful rippling effect and compounding effect of friendship feeling inside of you, and the outer game of the friendship practice. It's practice. It's a honor. It's a loving endeavor to be friend of some. Because sometimes they'll call you, you'll be busy, and they truly need you. What do you do? How do you handle it? It might be that you are truly hacking busy and you just can't take the call, or that you take it and you really have to like feel the feeling of this other person that is like, I really need you now. I'm about to melt down, break through, and you're like, I can't now. So how do you handle it? With true friendship, with love. And we're talking about a situation where you cannot really take that call. So, okay, let me sort this out. 15 minutes, maybe an hour. I'll call you back right after. Hang on, don't die. Or now I'm busy now, like, and you call it, and on the other side is like a wound. So you're playing that outer game of being friend, and you're calling it in because it's frequencies and vibrations that you're embodying, and it's inner and outer game. I repeat it. Repetition and intensity. These are two pieces I go by, so I repeat things a lot. But they need to land. They needed to land on me, and to land on me, they fucking hit me many times. And if as humans we can cut corners for others by sharing it and repeating it, it helps. That's how it works in a beautiful and healthy and empowering support system, for example. That's what happens there. And yeah, this is what I do see in terms of friendship, like this inner and outer game. And as you get to be your own coach, it is asking yourself the questions once again. Observation, asking yourself the question: How can I have? How can I have? How can I be a better friend for others? What would I expect the best friend to feel like on my skin if I had one? I'm pretty sure you have one. And if you don't, begin by yourself. You'll call it in. Someone resonating, someone aligned. And so to do that work, then to be that new, maybe, kind of new, different, maybe, version, next level version of friend you can be, you'll need some work. So you need that energy. You need to be sure that you're giving love to yourself. You've got the energy at the high frequency and vibration state, and you make sure you're in integrity and alignment once again. So everything that we've been talking to, you see how we repeat it, how it entangles. This is what I've got for you in terms of friendship. And Jim and I are very blessed to be entangled and connected. Uh, this whole How to Be Your Own Coach event in New York City is happening so organically, so naturally. There we go. Will you come? Will you come? Will you want to experience yourself truly as your own best friend and most powerful and impactful coach? Living the life you truly desire, make space for and receive. Therefore, with that wellness, feeling of wellness all throughout your body, mind, spirit, emotionally, energetically, physically, again. Time is short. It's 8 days away. We're pushing it. In this moment, we're pushing it, not holding back. 'Cause we know how needed it is. We're receiving feedbacks like how this amazing is. Because we both know what our superpower is and we're bringing it together for you. Like tsunamis and thunders coming together in the same storm. So, Jamie, how do you feel about the friendships you have in life and people? How, if you look around, do you feel that that level of friendship is being held?
Friendship to me is everything. I understood friendship from a very young age. I was bullied tremendously. Um, Pretty much throughout. I mean, I can still be bullied, but most of my bullying was when I was in school, even through college. And it wasn't until certain sort of landmark moments in my life. You know, they always say those the big moments are when you see who your true friends are. Um, and I did. I started to understand what friendship meant to me. What was it that I wanted in a friend? And also now, in more recent times, when I'm coming to understand friendship even in a new way, and I'm getting ultra, as I was talking about yesterday, ultra intentional about how I lovingly release and call in friends and call people into my life and who and how I go about doing that. I have found new elements of peace, appreciation, forgiveness, understanding around my friendships in my life. And also understanding how accountable I am in being a part of those half of those friendships. When I was young, I didn't have guidance around or approval around deeply intimate friendships. I didn't understand that that was integral to who Jamie is and always has been and always will be in this incarnation. And once I got that, which by the way was relatively recently, I mean, recently is in the last year or so. I mean, it changed everything because I was able to see so clearly why so many of my dynamics were toxic before, why so many of my relationships were like super intense and amazing for like a decade or like several years or several months or several days and then would just explode or fizzle out in ways that I could not grasp. And now around me, I have this unique experience that we all have in the more unique recent times of modernization, of technology, of apps, of spending 18 hours a day on Clubhouse, which I'm not saying I recommend, but that's absolutely what I did for the first 2 weeks of Clubhouse because I was desperate. I was starving. I was hungry. I missed my friends. I missed connection and communication. This is something that, as human beings in our human experience, we at large need this. You may not call it friendship, but we need contact and communication. There's a reason, there are many reasons, I believe, that we are a collective. There's many reasons why, even in the one, we perceive at large that there are 8 billion of us. So, friendships and how to be our own coach, they go hand in hand because now I have friendships all around the globe. And I'm rectifying with this situation of the fact that I moved across the country almost 6 years ago now from all the friends that I built over my life to come to a space of another city where it is very challenging to make friends, especially when I came here and I was serving as a crisis counselor overnight. So the rest of the world was basically living a total opposite. Most of the world in my local vicinity was living a very different life and time than I was. And now I feel so grateful that I have friends on both coasts. I have friends in the middle of the world. I have friends all over the country and the world that I can communicate with at any time. So that way, when I'm having a meltdown at 3 o'clock in the morning, my time, it is a total convenient time for Artin.
I knew you were going there. I knew you were going there.
um,
I love it. I love it.
how to be your own coach with friendship means knowing how to ask your friends for that support once you've got them and showing
Oh,
up when you
yes.
need you to.
Knowing how to ask yourself. I believe you just dropped a big bomb. First of all, I leave it to this moment of realizing, okay, asking for help, calling in for the support. Um, am I able to ask for help? Am I truly allowing universe, Allah, consciousness, Buddha, Krishna, all the gods, or just myself to receive? Am I really allowing myself to receive what's given? And in friendship, that is one principle. Like you're transparent, you're vulnerable, you're yourself, you're in integrity, you're in. I mean, there needs there is the need for true alignment with the person you're choosing to stick together with, and then it can be from wherever. But if I have to say, in this moment, the vast majority of people that I speak to are overseas or in another country. And in person, I always see the same four, probably five, and my wife, and my son, and my parents. I'm seeing nobody else. And in order to stick to a relationship, which is distant relationship, this is distant friendship, if you want. Jamie and I have not yet met in person, but there was resonance with each other's values. So for true friendship, that goes beyond the triggers and emotions that come from your wounds and traumas. For true friendship to last, there needs to be that knowledge, your own knowledge of your own self, and what resonates with you, what doesn't. So for that true friendship that is not based on people pleasing, for that true friendship that is not based on um, rejection wounds and kind of like needing of attention, uh, and all of that, you'll need to look at yourself straight in the eyes, confront with yourself, be your own coach, be your own truest friend.
Mhm.
And we were born naked, we will die naked, quote unquote. You're with yourself. You've got yourself. You always got yourself. And sometimes you need to make sure that that self that you've got has resonance with some other being that can hold space for who you are, for who you actually realize you're being for yourself as a friend, as a lover. Let's go even beyond like friendship. Love relationship is a friendship based on something deeper, if you want. Like, so even being your own lover, how do you love yourself?
Mm.
You get to ask yourself the questions you need to hear every moment if you desire. And those questions will seed answers and solutions from a space of resourcefulness that you've never imagined. And a friend will always give what's needed to a friend, a true friend. So it's you discovering what you truly need and then you giving yourself what you truly need.
Mhm.
Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it for real? In person or online, whatever, we are ready to have you. We're holding space. From next level embodiment across plant power, spiritual wellness, and across back to next level, and across back to spiritual and plant power wellness. New York and globally. Sign up to us, share it with others, come with others, with your friends and support system. Multiply, compound the growth and transformation that this gives you to be your own coach together with others in a community, in a collective.
Mhm.
Jimmy, what are 3 questions that you would ask our people here to leave them with something elevating and juicy?
Ask yourself what sorts of friendships you desire to have in your life, and intentionally call that into your life. And then take action to be the person who invites that reality and creates it, co creates it in your life. Because friendship requires co creation, everything requires co creation. So, what sort of friendships do you want in your life? Because there are many ways to have friendships, there are many layers of friendships, there are many types of friendships, and they're all equal in value. Some friends you just go and party with. Some friends are the ones that you have deep soul connection with. Some friends you study with. Some friends are professional friends. Some friends dip into many different areas, and maybe those are your best friends. Maybe that is your deepest, closest support circle. When you show up as your best friend for yourself and others, when you are the best friend that you can possibly be, what does that look like?
What
Who
does
are
it
you
look like?
embodying? What does it take to be your best friend? And what happens when you are not your best friend and you seek those expectations from the friends around you?
Beautiful.
There's much to contemplate around friendship. Friendship is a gift. It's something to be cherished. It's something that takes time to build and to grow. It takes patience. And it ebbs and flows like everything else. When you call in the friends to the frequency that you wish to embody and you meet them there, magical things happen. Want to know how I know that? Because Arten and I are sitting here on two totally different parts of the world talking to all of you about friendships. We are embodying how to be your own coach, because on Saturday, December 3rd, we're going to meet new friends and perhaps some old friends who will be joining us to learn how to be your own coach. If you feel like you don't have that support system that you're looking for, or you simply want more friends, because in my opinion, you can never have too many friends, come join us. Even virtually, you have the potential to connect. We're going to bring you all together. We're going to bring you all together. We're going to bring the family together. We are bringing the family together. Arten, what is your affirmation for friendship today?
My affirmation for friendship today is that I wholeheartedly commit to elevate all friends that live around me and that cross my path. I commit to this. I commit to elevate all friends, all people who come with the attitude of love and gratitude and friendship into my space. Clients, relatives, just met humans. I commit to elevate. Let me be the vessel so that through me you get elevated. That's my statement for friendship today.
It's beautiful. I think statements of affirmation towards friendship are so important every day, and also on days where there's historical significance in parts of the world today whereby friendship was portrayed and then betrayed. Consider every time one honors and creates a friendship, it heals wounds from others. In the cosmic balance of everything energetic, which is everything, we have the ability to bring a harmonization. Friendship is a massive key of success for humanity. And it has always been. From the deepest parts of survival. I mean, at our earliest stages when we were grunting around, I don't know how exactly we determined this. However, we somehow did, because we kept each other alive more than just our families. personally, for me, friendship, I have many layers of friendships that I refer to as family, chosen family. As someone who was bullied a lot, as someone in the LGBTQ AI2S plus community, I didn't always feel that I had friends who got me. I didn't feel like I belonged, and I didn't feel like I always had a safe space to be myself. My friends saved me. We saved each other by being with each other, by holding each other's deepest secrets and truest selves. We survive and thrive through our friendships. And sometimes you then go through periods of time where, and this is really important, we go through periods of time where your support circle, everyone seems to be going through a challenge. And it's like, we're all tired. How do we support each other through this when we may not even have the energy to get out of bed or energy past what our basic obligations are, which are different for everybody, and they're not better than or less than. They're simply different, and everyone handles them differently. This is when you need to know how to be your own coach. Because when you are with your friends and you're all going through something, and for some amount of time, perhaps it may not feel like you can all be there for each other in that way. When you have friendships that are healthy and stable and communicative and balanced, that space that you have from each other, even if it's just like once a day or once a week, an energetic send or a text message or a post, something to know, I love you, I see you, I want to be here for you. And right now we're acknowledging that we both are there as much as we can, and that may not be much right now. And that doesn't devalue the friendship. In fact, taking that time, I literally had to say this so many times this week. So many times this week, I found myself saying, my space from you has not been a reflection of my love for you or how much I value our friendship. I have taken space because I need to be my best friend right now. I have a certain amount of energy. You deserve me. You're used to me at my best self. I gotta tell you, when my health journey started almost 9 years ago, and I shifted in embodying a parental friend to the child friend because I was bedridden and I needed massive support because I felt like I lost everything. That rippled. That had a huge impact, and it had me realize that my dynamics were not healthy. They were imbalanced because when it came down to me needing people to show up, I realized I had expectations. They had expectations. Our expectations did not meet. And It helped me to grow into a better friend. It helped me to release friendships that weren't in alignment. And it helped me to understand that I one day would need to take the time to be my best friend. And that was painful. It can be very painful. It can also be very healing, fulfilling,
It's
thrilling when you thrive as your best friend. Because the moment, the moment that you embody your best friend, the moment that you are your own coach,
everything shifts.
you attract everyone you ever wanted. Isn't that right,
To
Uncle?
look, to the attract who you ever wanted, I want to reiterate to the manifestation of a couple of days ago that I had of our projector, and that doesn't need to be the projector maybe for this exact um, event yet. Jamie had his first Lunch Club meeting. I mean, he will have his first Lunch Club meeting today, and guess who was he matched by the algorithm while on Lunch Club? We're not related at all, Jamie and I, because he didn't use my link to join. He joined independently, but he was matched with her. And her and I were supposed to have a call. It's like, uh, we didn't have this call this morning, and and I kind of said, thought, and told the universe like, okay, we will communicate and connect through these somehow. And Jamie, Jamie got matched with her, so he'll have a conversation with this human. How connected things are when you truly are in that resonance, into that state of integrity with friendship. I want to bring in a practical tool right before we close, we complete today together. And the tool comes from a work, a very diligently proven, studied process and work, an approach that's called internal family systems. That ties into inner child. I believe that inner child work is way more mainstream, um, even just spoken of than internal family system or parts work. That could be something that you've heard before. So internal family system or parts work is all based on you recognizing different parts of yourself, having deals in agreement and flow and conversations with them in an internal room when they are present. So every part of ourselves, we are studied to be having at least 50 parts, each and every one of us, 50 masks, 50 personalities, 50 behaviors, mainly on average. So many have more, many have less. Mostly you have less if you have worked through yourself and have, in a way, dissolved their need of existence by meeting it. And so, being your own friend, being your own coach, looking at all these parts, recognizing the perfectionist part that wants to protect a wound of fear of rejection, because when the inner child, the child, me child, was um, uh, trying to do something and didn't do it perfect, father, mother, friends would come and and bully or punish. So I need to do everything perfect, and so perfection is part and behavior and coping mechanism was born, and it goes on till today. Because that was the way where you weren't rejected. That was the way you received love from your parents. I just gave a scenario and an example for a part being created, and you gotta befriend to that part. You gotta befriend to that part to any extent and depth possible, meaning the depth of conversation that a coach can guide you through, like you literally being there, the coach guiding you and coaching you through the conversation with this part, with all the triggers and all the love and all the now I acknowledge this part and his its highest intention and so on and so forth, and you not judgmentally listening to what the part has to say through you with your own words into that a lot conversation. So that depth, or the depth which is still extremely fundamental and deep, of just whatever you're doing throughout the day, you're writing a post, you're washing the dishes, you're cooking, and you have this perfectionism over there that you notice because you became aware of it and you started seeing it, therefore being able to intervene on it. And it's like, oh, but oh my there's no danger, no one will scold you off because you didn't dry perfectly and obsessively the pan after washing it. It's okay. Put it there. It will dry itself. Look at what day-to-day kind of actions I'm going into. With you being a friend to yourself, loving yourself. You're doing your own best. You're cleaning the dishes with the best of your abilities, and you're dropping it there so that it dries, and then you go on and do something else. And you just thank you, perfectionist me. I see you, I hear you. Don't worry, we're safe. Don't worry, we're safe. And I didn't do it on purpose, but I purposely connected to it. New York, high achieving environment. Run, 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 hustle, 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 do. Perfectly. Run, run, run. There's a lot of arrivalism and perfectionism energy in the whole environment of the New York high achieving, making it happen situation. So that's why New York can truly benefit from this. And all of us, of course, I'm stressing the New York piece just because we're going to be there in person. And it can be truly transformative. Creating a small group of friends that do what Jim and I are about to do with each other, modeling and embodying friendship in this very moment, but creating a small group of 6 people. Yeah, 6 people that are there and that meet each other and can reconnect and see in person again and again. And 30 people, 33 people, let me use this number. 33 humans who are connected globally from day 1 on 3rd of December. Yeah, this is what we're calling in. And we're calling you in. Jimmy, let's embody friendship.
I think we are. I mean, it's important to share with your friends how you feel about them. It's human nature. Sorry, I have to turn my heater off. I'm like on fire.
On fire. This is how you get us.
Friends, sharing and receiving the understanding of, yeah, we are friends. This is what our friendship means to me. This is how I feel around you. This is what you bring into my life. These are things worth sharing. It
Let's
feels
do it.
good
Let's
to
do it.
share.
Let's
It
give it.
feels good
Let's give it
to
the power of the example.
yeah, we will give a power of example.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're right. We're doing it.
Um, Go ahead.
Now I was just came. Hey, you now listening? Send 3 messages to 3 people, to 3 friends, telling them how you feel about your friendship. What Jamie just said.
I love that. I
It's
love
like
that.
Jamie, being around you, being in this connection, uh, truly feel empowered, I truly feel seen, I truly feel recognized. Jamie, I am deeply grateful for the fact that we connected in the first place, we decided to lean in, and we have let it evolve and expand so naturally. So thank you. You guys listening, send this message to someone you love. With their name, of course.
Here's my live message. Ready? Message at the beep. Dear Arton.
Live recorded
Here-
message. Yeah.
yeah, live record message. No, when I connect with your energy, I know I'm embodying my highest frequency because you're there. And it assures me that I'm exactly where I need to be in any moment. And that is as safe as one could feel, uh, who feels pulled in many places. And I couldn't be more grateful that we are soul family and that we have found a way to co-create and express to bring more friends together of their highest selves. And I look forward to every single moment that we share because I know that we are visionaries who are creating and bringing value to the planet and to the collective, and it's an honor.
Massive honor for me too. My massive honor, brother. So, how to be your own coach? Through being your own best friend and the greatest friend you can embody for other. This is what you heard today. This is what we're all in. This is what we called in for you and for ourselves.
Don't you want to find out? Don't you want to find out when you become your best friend who your friends, new friends may be around you? Because you signing up and you showing up and other people signing up and showing up, that's a frequency. We are going to create a field of frequency of how to be your own coach. We've already been doing it. We've already been doing it. So join our frequency. We welcome you. It's a party.
It's a party, yes.
It's next level. Choo choo.
Little dance as we close.
Love you all.
Join
Love
us.
you.
We're ready.
See you. Namaste.
Blessings and blessings. Namaste.
Love you, friends. Love you.